What is up, everyone? I am TST's the Mudman, and this is part 3 of looking at all of the new Mortal Judgment cards. We've gotten hyped over Deception and their cool one-mana creature from other domains things. We got completely amped over all the cool heirlooms in Death. Well, what cool new stuff is coming to light? More of the same. We're playing creatures, we're buffing creatures. Let's go. Let's jump right into it. We got the first card, Humble Benefactor. 1 mana 2/1 Olympian with Echo. Just to remind everyone, an Echo card gives you a 1 mana 1/1 copy with Soulless of that exact same card. So, 1 mana 2/1 Echo Roar, give +1 health to a friendly creature. So, pretty normal light card, probably decent. 1 mana 1/1 that buffs a creature +1 health is probably worth it. Light likes making wide boards. Light likes having creatures that cycle themselves. Not the most exciting card in the world, but probably decent. Next up is Bestowing Saint. This is a 2 mana wild creature, a 2 mana 2/1. At the start of your turn, randomly heal a damage friendly creature for 2. Seems pretty weak. They're light card. They already have light cards that do this. Card art's great. Next card, Oasis Guard. 2 mana 3/2 Anubian with Frontline. Definitely not good enough to see play. Next up, we have the 5 mana 2/2 creature, Lights Altruist. It's another Echo guy. So, the first version is a 5 mana 2/2 with Roar, Summon an Acolyte. Pretty bad. 5 mana for a 4/4 is worse than average for 5 mana, but the real exciting thing is the Echo creature, which is a 1 mana 1/1 plus 2/2. So you get a 1 mana 3/3, and many bodies. So the many bodies part's the biggest part, right? Because Light likes going wide to buff all their stuff. So Light also has just a lot of really good cards. This might not be good enough to see play, but it's a very light card. Let's see. Theoric Militant. This guy, you gotta remember him. He's sort of like the dude for Light. You're gonna be seeing him a lot if the archetype goes the way they want it to. He is a 1 mana 1/1. No tribe. Creatures damaged by this creature get -1 strength. So, halfway decent. It's like a devoted follower, but littler. I wouldn't put him in my deck naturally, but if lots of cards wanted to give me them for free, I'd probably be stoked on it. Next card, Intimidating Uplifter. 2 mana 2/2, no tribe. Empower 1, give +1/+2 to a friendly creature. So a 3 mana 2/2 with +1/+2, so a 3 mana 3/4, essentially. Probably really good. 3 mana 3/4 is what you would expect for 3 mana, and you get to pick where the stats go, so you can put it on like a good creature, like a Vexing Vicar or something. Card's probably good. Proud Protector is next, a 4 mana 4/4 Olympian with Echo. Roar. This creature swaps strength with another creature. So this card is super interesting. So the 4 mana copy can make like your Pacifist bigger, and then like the 1 mana copy, the 1 mana 1/1 Echo thing, that like neuters an opponent's creature. So like this seems really cool. That being said, Light's 4 mana slot is already super saturated. So only time will tell if this card sees play. But it seems interesting for sure. This is quite the name. Eclastic Encourager. It's like a cat of nine tails from Pirate Times. 2 mana relic? Yes, 2 mana relic. 1/4 relic. Give -2 strength to creatures damaged by this relic. So this makes things Light's leviable. So that's something. Light has a lot of really good relics, including the Mace, which also costs 2. So I don't think this card can see play just because Light has too many good relics of the same mana cost. So that's that. Next up, we have Theric Conscriptor. This is a 2 mana 2/3 Empower 1 summon another one of those militant guys. So this isn't that exciting. So it's a 3 mana 2/3 that gets a 1/1. So it's a 3 mana 3/4 again. So it's decent. I can use the same argument as this guy for why it's okay. This one just doesn't seem as exciting. Buffing a creature +1/+2 is cooler than making a 1/1 that's moderately annoying. At least in my head right now. Next, Theric Inquisitor, a 5-mana 5/4 creature with Roar. Give -2 strength to an enemy creature. And power 1, give -2/2 instead. Decent. Nowhere near the same power level as normal light cards, though, so this guy is not exciting. Engaged Healer, 2-mana 2/2 Olympian with Echo. At the end of each turn, including your opponent's, randomly heal a damaged friendly creature for 1. 1 is not much. The part of this card that seems like it's the best is the fact that it's 2 separate creatures for like 1 card that you can spend at most 3 mana to get all the creatures for. And that's the reason why I like it, just because it's a cheap card with Echo. It's probably not good enough to see play, because Light has other cheap cards with Echo. On to the next one. Let's see. Excitable, Even Just. This is a 3-mana 1/1. So far, it's horrible. It's got Echo, Roar, give +1/+1 to a friendly creature. So, it is a very overpriced Shield Bearer and/or a bad fellow Janissary on the first round, and then the Echo creature is just a Shield Bearer. So it's a pretty bad Shield Bearer and a regular Shield Bearer. Sounds broken, probably great. Let's see, next card is a 1-mana 1/1 Aether. Vesper of Concession. 1-mana 1/1 with Protected. At the end of your turn, remove 1 durability from your opponent's relic. 1-mana 1/1. Sorry, 1-mana 1/1 with Protected in Light sounds good by itself. Secondary effects just gravy. This card sounds pretty good. Next card is Home Guard Protector, a 2-mana 2/1 Olympian with Protected and Echo. So the first one is a 2-mana 2/1 with Protected, which doesn't sound horrible, and the second card is a 1-mana 1/1 with Protected, which sounds good. And it's 2 creatures for 1 card, so this seems good. I'm about this card. Next one, Enlightenment, a 4-mana spell. Give -5 strength to a creature and remove Frontline from it. That's annoying, but is it annoying enough to see play? It seems pretty lackluster compared to Light's other 4-mana cards. On to the next one. Warren Issuer, 5-mana 4/5. At the end of your turn, summon another one of those 1/1 militant guys, and power 2, summon a copy of this creature. So, for 7 mana, you can have 2 4/5s that get you 2 1/1s. This seems super adequate. Like, it's like for like a mid-range like creature-y deck like Light. So I've been like leaning out of the frame for a while. For like a mid-range like creature-y archetype like Light, it's nice to have like a decent 5-mana creature, and it's really appealing to have something that could cost 7 mana if I make it to 7 mana. But I don't know, it's not that amazing. Light has so many amazing cards. Can you really fit this into anything? Next thing. Lysander's Consolidator. Interesting. 4-mana 4/4 with Echo again. Roar, give -1/+1 to a creature. Light has a whole lot of cards that are creatures that also buff creatures that don't incorporate a minus. This one incorporates a minus, so this one seems like it's worse than all of those other cards that buff stuff. This guy seems mediocre at best. Inescapable Duty, the next card, a 6-mana Light spell. Pull a creature from your void to your hand, give it +7/+7, and power 1, also make it the Chosen One. So, it is like Born Again, but a smaller buff, and no ward. The no ward's a big deal. It being the Chosen One means you can give it ward. This card's interesting. No one's really been playing Born Again, which gives me low hopes for Inescapable Duty, so, we'll have to see. It's a neat card, that's for sure. Very cool. The next thing, Soldiers of Tartarus. 5-mana, 2/3. So far, it's bad. It's got Echo, though, so there's hope. Roar, give +1/+2 to the Chosen One, and move it 3 places closer to the deck. Cool. It's been a long time since we've gotten Chosen One support. And the 5-mana 2/3 version of this card is horrible. The 1-mana 1/1 version is great, but you have to have one horrible turn at 5 mana to have a really great turn the turn after. I think it'd be great if Chosen One was good and viable, but I have low hopes. Chosen One has never really been a particularly good archetype, even when they had their own god power completely devoted to it. So we'll have to wait and see for that one. But the next card is Line in the Sand, a 2-mana spell. Give each enemy creature can't attack for 1 turn. Okay, so this is sleep, except for anti-sleep cards don't interact with it. I don't know why you would make that. Why isn't it just sleep? Whatever. This card is frustrating. Next thing. Roadside Checkpoint. Another 2-mana spell. Summon 2 of those 1/1 militant guys, and power 4. Also give frontline and +2/+2 to each friendly creature. So this card is really cool. In the early game, it helps you go wide. 2 mana for 2 1-mana creatures that are kind of meh is not great. It is, like we've been saying with all these Echo cards, it's 2 creatures for 1 card, which Light really likes. But it's so versatile. Like in the early game, if you need to be aggressive, you can make 2 creatures. But in the late game, it's just Asterius. Asterius as a spell, essentially. This is interesting. This could be good. However, Light does have a ton of AoE buffs, but this one's so versatile. This could be really good, this here checkpoint. Alright, but next up, we've got this could be the biggest card of the set. I'm about to right-click. You've been warned. Theoric Extortionist. This is a 1-mana 2/1 creature with Empower 2. Transform an enemy creature with 2 strength or less into a 1/1 militant guy, and you gain control of it. So this is Light's Levy, but better a lot of the time. Transforms all the same stuff that Light's Levy does, but this makes you 2 creatures with a cumulative 3/2 in stats instead of 2/2 in stats. Light's Levy is one of Light's best cards, and this is arguably a better version of it. So this is amazing. This is the winner so far of all the Light cards. But the next thing, Edict of Confinement. Another 2-mana spell, give -2/-2 to a creature, Empower 2, summon 2 more of those 1/1 militant guys. This is AoE removal. No, it's not, sorry. Give it to a creature. Don't get your hopes up, it's not AoE removal, it's just removal. It's pretty decent. Empower 2, so for 4 mana, you kill a creature and make 2 creatures. So it's when you say it like that, it's comparable to Light's Levy. 1 more mana, kill a creature, get creatures, probably good. Seems decent. Aggressive Superior, the next card. A 1-mana 2/2 with Empower 5. That's a big Empower. Set the strength and health of each of your creatures to 5. This can lower or raise. That's pretty cool. I imagine you almost never want to play it as a 1-mana 2/2. But as a 6-mana, is it other creatures or all creatures? Set the strength to your creatures. So for 6 mana, it's a 5/5 that makes all of your stupid 1/1 militant things into 5/5s. Is this AoE buff good enough to push out some of Light's other AoE buffs? This card seems kind of nuts. This is cool. This is their coolest AoE buff, that's for sure. This is neat. This is Light wants more of these cards. Next up we've got Urkus in Eclipse, another 2-mana spell. Each creature gains -1/-1 and Soulless. This is an AoE removal card, sort of. Giving things Soulless is a big deal. Like we saw like in the Death review thing, like there's a lot of void manipulation. Death always has void manipulation, and like this is anti-void stuff. This is good for the health of the card game in general. It'd be cool if it was neutral, so other gods can fudge around with the void, but like still cool, 100% neat art. Next up we've got Fester, the Grieving General. This is legendary. It's a 3-mana 2/2 Olympian with Echo. Give +1/+1 to this creature after you summon a creature with 2 or less strength. Obviously, as Light, you are always summoning creatures with 2 or less strength. The initial version, the 3-mana thing, doesn't sound very good because like you're probably going to play this on like 5 or 6 mana, which means you only be able to play 2 to 3 things, which means it would only be getting +2 to +3, which isn't very good. But the Echo copy, the 1-mana 1/1, that's where things get wacky. You can get really big on that. If you play a 1-mana creature with this effect on like turn 6, and you just fill your board up with those stupid 1/1 militant things, you're looking at a pretty big body. Like, this is interesting. He's cool, he's an Olympian, whatever. Next thing, another Olympian. This is Grayus, Defender of Tartarus. 6 mana, 5/7 with frontline. When you summon a creature with 2 or less strength, draw a card. That sounds cool. Drawing cards for light sounds nice, but this costs 6 mana and has to survive, and it has frontline, so you can't hide it behind a frontline. I imagine this works very rarely. And the last card, a legendary spell? 4 mana spell. Pick 2. The strongest creature gets -3/-2. The weakest creature gets +2/+3. And each creature gets +1/+1. So, more often than not, you'll probably be picking the 2 second options, the +2/+3 and +1/+1. Nowhere on this card does it say your creatures, so I assume when you pick the +1/+1 option, you're also buffing your opponent's board, which means you would probably only be playing this to win the game. It wouldn't be like Asterius or Prayer for the Desperate, where you just play it whenever you can because it makes your board better. Because you'd be making, your opponent's board better. Conversely, you can play it and pick the first 2 versions and weaken one of your opponent's creatures and buff one of your own, which sounds really strong as well. Seems decent. I don't know if this is good enough to push out the other AoE buff spells. It has the versatility of being able to hurt an opposing creature, which is something. But, that is light. We're getting a lot of cheap creatures that care about playing more creatures and then buffing creatures. It's good old-fashioned light, but with new keywords. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Keep an eye out for the channel when we go over War in the next set, and everyone have a wonderful day. Hey, you! Did you know that subscribing to the TST YouTube channel will increase your win rate by 6.9%? So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. And while you're at it, equip Scythe of the Harvest and attack the like button directly in the face. Bye-bye!